Meervoud in Afrikaans means plural. The plural is easily formed using rules that can be learned. Let's start with short vowels. When we have short words with short vowels ending in a consonant, we simply repeat the consonant and add an E. For words with short vowels ending in F, we change the F to a W, we repeat that and add an E. When a word ends on a short vowel that is emphasized, for instance skadu, we need to add an apostrophe before adding an S. In this case we get skadus. You'll note that the short vowel's sound also changes. If the emphasis is on the first syllable of a word ending in a short vowel, we don't need to add an apostrophe before adding an S. In this case, opa becomes opas. Words like paal, beer, noot, skier have got repeating vowels that we call twin vowels. When we make these into plurals, we need to take one twin away and add an E to the end of the word. Now we have pala, beera, noota, and skiere. To form plurals of words that contain double vowels or end in a double consonant, we simply add an E to the end of the word. Examples of double vowels include rivier, which becomes riviera, boer, which becomes boera, and mace, which becomes mesa. Examples of words ending in double consonants are bord, which becomes borda, kaart, which becomes kaarta, and paard, which changes to paarde in its plural form. We have already seen how a word ending on a short vowel with the emphasis on the first syllable only gets an S in its plural form. There are other cases where we only add an S to the end of the word. The first is for words ending in or Examples include beskarving, which changes to beskarvings, and pissong, which changes to pissongs. Note an exception here is leerling, which changes to leerlinge in plural. If a word has more than one syllable and ends in R, or if the word ends in IE, it also only gets an S added to the end. Here are some examples. Wolkenkrabber becomes wolkenkrabbers. Theater becomes theaters. Macy becomes macies. Putty becomes putties. Words ending in OG, AG, or EG are treated in a similar way. In all three cases, the ending G is replaced with an E. For words ending in OG and EG, the E that replaces the G gets an accent called the deelteken, which shows us to emphasize the sound. First, an example of the AG without the accent on the final E of the plural. Dag becomes dae. Now the examples for OG and EG with accents. Ellenboog becomes ellenboe, and vlieg becomes vlieg. If the word ends in an IG, however, it gets a TE added to the end. For example, plug becomes plugte, and gewig changes to gewigte. TE is not only added to words that end in IG in plurals. These other words don't form any proper pattern and need to be learned. Generally though, if it's a long word with a short vowel ending in F, K or S, it is likely to get a TE in the plural. Some common examples are tydskrif, which becomes tydskrifte, product, which becomes producte, and pianist, which becomes pianista. Words ending in HEID or hate have that ending changed to HEDE or heerde, and words ending in UIG or eich have that ending changed to UIE or eie in plural form. Examples here are moeilijkheid, which changes to moeilijkhede, and vliegtuig, which changes to vliegtuie. We've already seen how a short vowel with an F has that F changed to WWE, as in sif, which changes to siva. When we have a twin vowel, a double vowel, or a vowel and consonant ending with an F, the F becomes a W and an E is added to the end of the word. For examples, stoof becomes stover, diff becomes diva, and verf becomes verve. There's a few more things to cover in terms of plural or meervoud, and these are the words that just need to be learned. We'll look at them in the next video.